Welcome to the Beach House with Mo and Steph. Come on in, pour yourself a drink, and join us out on the deck as we inspire, encourage, and empower one another to live authentic, audacious, above only lives. It's all right here at the Beach House. Welcome to the Beach House with Mo and Steph. Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, so today we're just chilling. We're just chilling. We're just having some real talk. Just chilling.
Yeah, because our brains are melted. I I am melted. Woo!
Are you melted, Mo?
Yeah. When you're in that valley, it's like your mind just kind of goes into like,
Shut down.
and I'm like, I don't even, and I had to take that test yesterday.
Yes, tell me about the test. How did it go? The class was
So,
long enough. You know, if you're in a class,
oh,
you just mm-mm.
yeah, 6 hour notary class.
Ugh.
And I'm just sitting there, and my brain is like, I'm like, I got the mind of Christ. I got the mind of Christ. Because I'm like, please absorb what they're saying, right? And then as you're going through, like the first lady who spoke, she was really good. She was like one of those kind of like elementary teachers.
Yeah,
And
and
like,
after her, you're like, right, okay, thank you. I'm done.
no, she's good because she could connect it to stuff. And then she made up like little songs to remember stuff. You're like,
Little.
got it.
Oh my.
The next lady goes on and she's talking like after lunch. You
Oh,
shouldn't have after lunch.
but
Dude, I'm like, you better, oh my God. And she was talking as if we were already, working for the government. I mean, and we're just all like, what is she talking about? By the time you're done, you're like, we're going to jail. I'm like, oh
I
my
don't even
God.
know. I don't even know.
I don't even know. I don't even, and we're all looking at each other like, what the heck was that? And then we had the test, and the test was like, oh, and they can't give you the test. So they leave, they have to leave, and then they have people come in from the state who give you the test. I felt like I was taking SATs again, right? You have to do the pencil. You gotta.
Do
Oh, I
not
had to
turn
take
over the
off my
paper
watch.
until the allotted time has been set.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And you have to take off your eye watches. You gotta always turn off your phone.
Right.
Put your water away. I guess the water is supposed to drug
Because
you up.
water might make you cheat. You might have something
Yes.
there.
And we were at a hotel, right? And so they were like, okay. And then everybody, okay. So you know how the hotel, they always kind of set up tables with the tablecloths. Take all tablecloths off of the table.
Because you might
I'm
have
like,
something written on those tablecloths.
I'm like, we're going to jail. And so then the lady's talking and she's so serious. She's not cracking a smile, dude. And I'm just like, oh my God, right? Then they hand out the test, same as SATs. Don't open your booklet. Then you open your booklet, then you
Do
read
not crack
it.
the seal.
Yeah, don't crack the seal, right? And it's just like,
Uh,
this is some serious crap. Girl, I don't know if I passed the test.
but
All I know, for $20, I can take it again.
you were there. That's all that matters. That was all that matters. You know
And
what
my brain
happened?
is,
You know what happened? They were like, we couldn't get Diddy, but we gonna get them.
we gonna get them though. We gonna get them. Yeah.
We gonna get these guys because we couldn't get Diddy. We gonna get them. Man, that's
They
crazy.
sure were on top of this.
That is crazy. You know,
Yeah.
I hate it when you got to do these seminars and they're several hours long because you just after hour three, really, you're gone.
Yeah. You can't absorb.
No, I mean, I remember we used to have to do all those things for our martial arts instruction, and okay, I'm supposed to remember all this stuff in an 8 hour seminar.
And
All
your
right,
1 hour test.
good luck with that. I was gone after an hour and a half.
You're like, so is he still talking? No,
It's like, you
yeah,
know what? At this point, if somebody comes up to me, they're getting a chair across the face. Forget all this other stuff.
right. I don't even care.
Forget all
Yeah.
this other stuff. I don't even know.
Yeah. You got an
Um,
hour lunch at least. Well, not really. It's 45 minutes if you want to come back and get like Like they had some questions popping up on the screen, so you can just sit there and read them and then kind of guess what they are, and then they give you the answer. So
Hmm.
that's like a good 15 minutes of that part. So you really only got 45 minutes, right? Plus your little 10-minute two breaks.
Little potty break.
You can't go to the potty because the girls have a line.
Oh
It was
yeah.
like mostly women and then like a handful of men. Like you guys just went in and I was gonna go in the men's
You gotta go.
bathroom, I swear.
Gotta go
I
to
was
bed.
like, forget it.
You
Just
gotta
forget it.
go to bed. We're
Yeah.
co-ed today. We are
Co-ed and
today.
if I see it, I see it. But other than that, it was like, oh my God. Yeah. So my brain's on melt, so we can just
She's
talk
on
about anything today.
she's on freeze down.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I went up to the San Antonio area,
Yes, you did. You went on a little day trip.
and we had Davina on a couple of weeks ago,
Hmm.
and they were heading up to Fredericksburg here in Texas for a little girl time. So yeah, me and Sydney joined them up there, and that was so nice.
Did you like it?
I did. You got to get away from the house. You got to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Here's what I have learned from this situation.
Oh, tell us.
Let me
Tell
tell you
us.
what I learned from the situation. You know, you got to get out around people. This
Yeah.
whole this whole isolation thing. Mm-mm.
And you were used to being around people all the time when you worked at the school, huh?
I was,
Yeah.
and now it's like I got to get out of this house. I got to get out of this house. I mean, we drove up there. So we drove up after my daughter got off from work. Switched
Hmm.
got off at 8:30. So she said she wanted to drive at night because she didn't want to get up early. And it was about,
Hmm.
3.5, 4 hours away.
Hmm.
So we take off around 9 o'clock and we were supposed to get there at 12:55.
Hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, not the way my daughter drives. We gonna get there. So we pull it in around just after 12:30. And so, we got in there and we got to the hotel, we went to bed and everything. So we got up and we had breakfast. It was so nice. We had breakfast with Davina and then we went over to where her sister and daughter were, our other nieces, and
Hmm.
we did this private yoga class. It was
Oh my gosh.
because Ava, her sister, she represents yoga instructors. So she gets some
Oh.
their little magazine deals and different video deals and all that kind of stuff. So she's heavily into the yoga community. So Callie, it was her Davina's daughter, my niece, it was
Hmm.
her 30th birthday was on the 29th.
Oh Lord.
So we were kind of celebrating that too. So we did this private yoga class, and it was just so nice because it was just us. It was us. So we did
That's awesome.
we did our little class, and after that we went and had brunch. So I had this delicious pineapple mimosa.
How many?
I just had one. I just had one.
Okay.
You know me. I don't go crazy with it.
Yeah.
I like to have my little drink, but I usually have one. Maybe I might have two if it's just like I'm just feeling like party, but no.
Oh,
Normally,
okay.
normally I just have my one. So, because
Okay.
I like to keep my head, okay? So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
so
Good.
we had our nice little brunch and we had our little mimosas and then walked around because the place where it was like a I can't remember the name of it, but it was like this garden resort and spa. So
Mhm.
it had all these fresh herbs everywhere, right? So you could just
Oh,
see them all over the place and smell them. And,
Yeah.
it had all the little butterflies there. So you could walk around in the gardens outside and you smell all these herbs. And then they had an area where you could go buy the herbs. So
Really?
there and we
Oh,
got some herbs. Sydney
you
got
get some herbs.
Sydney got some herbs. I didn't get any herbs, but Sydney got some herbs so she could plant when she got back home. And then they had a spa. So we walked up in there, and man, when we walked through that door, it just smelled so nice. Ooh,
Oh
man, it
my
smelled nice.
goodness.
So we got some essential oils and stuff from there because
Hmm.
you know what? I realized that a lot of things that I used to do in my house. I have not done lately.
Yeah, a
And I
long
don't
time.
even know, I don't know why. I guess, just life got in the way and you just stop doing stuff that you
Mhm.
normally would do. So all my little smelly goods that I used to have, it's like I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, your little candles.
Yeah, I used to have my candles, my little essential oils,
You used to go do the
going.
Bath and Body sales.
And I haven't done that in so long. So I got myself some stuff that I could bring home. And I was like, yes, this starts a brand new me. And so, afterwards, after that, we went and got some drinks and stuff and some food and chilled out at the pool for a few hours.
Oh my.
And it was just so relaxing to just, hang out and eat, have a couple of drinks, chill in the water.
I'm just I'm just glad you went.
Oh yeah, I am
Because
too.
that was like a spare of a moment
It was. It
trip
was
that you that
totally, totally, hey, you guys should come.
yeah,
And normally, that would be a big deal. But I said, you know what? I'm really gonna try and make this happen.
yeah.
And I'm so glad I did. And so, after we did that, we came back, showered up, took a nap, and then went out and listened to some little live music. And then
Oh, you were in heaven.
we were doing it, man. And then we went to this Mexican restaurant where the food was fantastic. And, we just went back and we left the next morning. I mean, it wasn't a big old drawn out thing, but we were just pretty much there for the day, but we packed a lot into that day.
That's nice. So you
And
came home and took another nap.
when I get home, I took another nap. But I just realized when I got home, you have been missing some things.
Oh, so what do you mean? Like when you walked in the house, you're just like, wait a minute.
Well, for one, when I walked in my house, I smelled pets. Ugh.
We can take care.
I know you want me to take the long country drive. The long country drive.
Long country drive.
I can't take the long country drive. I don't drive.
What's, we can find somebody
Can somebody give me a ride with this dog
to the country.
to the country,
Far,
far, far in the
far,
country?
far. Yeah,
And when we come back, she doesn't have to be here.
there you go. Oh, I don't even know.
When we
Just
come
give her
back,
to a little country family out there with chickens and stuff. Oh my God.
she's a little chicken. She can chase them.
She'd
But
be happy as heck.
I realized when I got home, I said, you know what? It's time to make some changes because you get into these ruts and you don't even recognize that you got into a rut.
Mm,
And I
mm,
realized that I have gotten into a rut. So I had I got my little diffusers and I popped in my little oils,
mm.
and it was just like, this is nice.
You're like, oh,
I
oh.
so miss this. I just so miss this. Something just as simple as smells.
Look behind you. Look, look, look.
What you doing?
Right
What you doing?
there it is.
Dog.
There it is.
Yeah,
Th-
see,
There it is. She's
see,
at. What does that mean when she's at the door?
it means she needs to get out, but I don't even know where she'd go. I can't trust her.
Oh
So
yeah, we can't trust her anymore because
trust her by herself.
she did a naughty
She'll tear up the place.
at the bottom of the stairs.
Find some food to snag something. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not trusted. She's not trusted.
Yes.
But yeah, just realizing, those little things that we just let slip, and you don't even know why you let it slip.
No,
You
I
get caught up in life.
life and like we've been talking about, you're in a that valley where you're like you said, you're moving forward and you're in a growing pain, and in the growing pain you got to focus,
Yeah,
and some things have to like drop off.
yeah.
And now I think we're like kind of coming out of the growing pain of whatever we were just going through all this. But and then you can realize, like you said, smells are important.
It's especially to me now.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
like
love that
when
changes your
you're
whole mood.
like
Like,
when
woo.
your vision is tanking, it's like smells are good.
Yeah, and you already had the bionic nose, so you're about to be like,
I mean, when I walked into that spa, Monique, it
oh
was
my
like,
God.
oh, this is beautiful.
You're like, I don't want to leave.
I don't even have to see anything. This is beautiful
Yeah, I can just sit here.
all day long. And I
Yeah.
said, that's what I need back in my house again. I need plants. I
Yeah.
realized that I got rid of all my plants.
You mean live plants?
Live plants, a mixture.
Yeah.
I need to get a
Yeah.
mixture. But there was a day when all of a sudden I just said, I'm tired of all this. I don't want to deal with any of this. And I threw my plants away. I had
What?
out of those big, pretty plants, I had lots
Oh,
of plants in my house and I
yes.
just got rid of them all because I got into this thing and I didn't water them for a little bit because I was just gone. And
Yeah.
when I got back into my mindset, I was just like, I don't want to deal with any of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with
When
it.
was that?
Gosh, I think it was like maybe 2 years after John passed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
that's
But when you go to the grocery store, just start grabbing some
take
plants.
care of. Yeah, it was one more thing to take care of, and I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
funny, huh?
hey,
Something
dog.
that simple.
Hey, dog. Trying to do something.
Okay, so when a car comes, doggy, jump in.
We gonna fight. We gonna fight.
Oh,
Okay.
country try.
We gonna fight.
She's like, I just want to get out and tear stuff up.
Exactly. But yeah,
Oh man, so
all those
yeah,
things,
plants,
they just started coming back to me one at a time. I'm like, you don't have no plants. You don't have
dude.
no smellies. You
Yeah.
don't even have sufficient lighting. I
Oh, no,
got
that's a
rid of some.
good.
I got rid of some lights.
That's huge right there.
Yeah. I just, you get in this place where you just let stuff go.
Yeah, and it's like a habit of life. You don't know it's
It's
happening, and
almost,
then
yeah,
you're
it's
like, what
almost as
the
if,
heck?
I can't take care of one more thing.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't take care of one more thing.
Oh, well, you're coming back now.
I am coming
But
back.
taking care of stuff that's for you, huh?
Hold on a minute.
Just up. Go ahead. What? What? Just do it.
You
Just
got
let it out.
you got to go. No, dog.
Did she shot out of there.
You see how she took off?
She did. Did she have a dog door?
No, she don't have a
So
dog. Because I have big dogs. You know
she
what?
can't. Oh,
If
that'd be
my
a
dog
dog
get out and
door.
in, somebody could get out and in.
Oh, yeah. I guess we can't do that.
I'm not having that.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
there
don't
you go.
have lap dogs.
Wow.
My doggies is big.
That's getting back to the
You don't want Joe climbing in.
well.
Joe down a
No,
straight.
well, those are some good things you can start that are easy.
It is because you go and grab a couple of plants,
Yeah.
got the smellies. You have to start building it back time
Yeah.
after time.
Build it back. Yeah. But you get to build it back the way you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's like, you don't even realize that when you have like a big life change,
Mm-hmm.
how deeply that affects you.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Yeah. It knocks you for a loop. But then when you come out, you're ready, like you said, you're ready for a new adventure.
I'm ready for new.
You're ready for new.
Man, let's do
So this
something
is a
new.
good question. So when I get my place, I decided like because I'm a color person. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm really gravitating towards like the color like a burnt orange.
Mm.
And so I was just thinking
Very
of stuff
earthy.
like, yeah, very earthy. So that's gonna be like one of my highlight colors. It's just making me happy when I see it. So
And
that's
see,
in
that's
my
funny that you said that because I I had like earth colors downstairs, and now I'm gravitating to a place to where I just want a lighter cream.
oh
Not like white walls, but like a cream colored wall.
cream color.
Yeah,
What color is it now?
it's kind of earthy.
Earthy. Is
Yeah,
that a color?
it's a terracotta something, and then
Oh, okay.
another one is it's called tea something something tea, but they're really earthy tones, and
Oh, okay.
they just make you feel so warm and comfortable. I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
that's why people come over to my house and they like fall asleep.
that could be.
because they're like, ooh, it's comfortable here. So
It's lovely. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna start out with, since like I said, I don't have my place yet, but I'm gonna start out with my sheets.
yeah, that's
So I'm
good.
gonna get that color sheets, and then have maybe like a white or off white. Well, she has off white bedspread, but that will bring some light, and that just that color. I don't know why. It's like the color just makes me happy.
Well, you got to go with it.
I'm gonna go with it.
If you find
Yeah, I get a new color
color that
sometimes,
makes
and it
you
just does
happy,
it. Yeah,
but it sparks emotions.
yeah,
It sparks all kinds of emotions when you have different colors.
yeah.
So
Well,
you
I
it makes
noticed
you feel grounded.
yes, yes, and I
Grounded.
have been doing plants. I've been like making my plants. It doesn't make sense. Like when
Nice.
I'm walking, I'll clip some, well,
She's like, I'm
still somebody's, just, like rosemary or something like that.
feeling
So like a little bit of rosemary. I'm
going
walking
down.
down the street.
Monique walking down the street, all dressed in black with some little
Get
shears.
that tree over there.
You get around clipping people's
I'm
stuff.
clipping stuff, girl. So I got some rosemary and I got some other little plants, but then I started planting, like, because I wanted to have my little own rosemary bush
Nice,
eventually, because I
nice.
cook with a lot of rosemary, but it's just a little doop doop right now. But so I'm just mothering it, and then I have two other little plants, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have my little plants because I didn't have plants anymore either. I
Yeah,
had all fake plants at one time because chef and I can't.
you get
When am
right,
I gonna water a plant? I'm not
right.
even.
You got to get the ones that you don't have to water often.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
had a lot of those plants where you could like leave them alone and they'd be like on the verge of death, but then as soon as you pop some water in it, boom, they right back. So it's like
Dang, Steph.
virtually impossible to kill.
Did you get him to that point?
Sometimes I did.
Girl,
Sometimes I did. I'm like, oh dang, I forgot to water for a
your
month.
plants are like leaning towards your cup, trying to get some of the water.
But then you just splash a little water on them and they just right back into life.
Like that. Oh, okay. All
I
right. Well, yeah, you need to start using some plants.
need to get some of those.
You should get some hanging plants to put on your outside.
Yeah, that would be good. That would
Yeah.
be good. I used to have all of that stuff. And
Uh,
I got rid of all of them.
now it's time to bring it back.
Didn't want to be bothered anymore.
Right. Well, I realized something when I went to the Nike store with my daughter that last, whoa, was it last weekend? The weekend this
Yeah,
happened?
I think so. This
Yeah.
weekend,
Yeah. And went in there and
you had yourself a
I
day.
got to the door inside and it was like, and I just started like hyperventilating, like just, it's just like just people. And I didn't care about the people. It's just, I hate the clothes
So
shop.
much stuff. So much stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was just so much stuff. Right. And
When I walk into the Nike store, I just like,
see,
oh,
I think everybody has something they don't like to do,
right.
and clothes shopping is one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it all stems from, the experiences that you had coming up with it. It's like
Mm.
if it was a anxiety type of traumatic event going shopping, yeah, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah. And it was because I was petite, the size petite as a little girl.
Mhm.
So finding clothes
It was
back then was a
rough.
nightmare.
We were thin.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just know that my size was petite and small, extra small,
They
and
didn't
my
always
mom
have
couldn't find anything.
Yeah,
Right?
it was tough finding our size back then.
It's tough. It was really tough. And then a store came into the mall, La Puente Mall, which is getting torn down.
Closing that thing down.
Yeah, that's where I learned how to drive, in that parking lot.
I know.
The Back to the Future parking lot. That's where they filmed Back to the Future, in that parking lot.
That's where
Where I
we
learned how to drive.
had all our little fun adventures there.
Yeah, that's as far as my dad would go with me, is in the parking lot.
Like this is where it ends
He
pumping.
ain't going out on the street. We're
This is
going.
where
Yeah. And so
Pretend there's a lamp. Pretend there's a light there.
It was the light. We had to fake the light. Okay, light. But my mom would go. That's where we would shop. That's where we go to shop, and so shoes were easy. Just go to Foot Locker or whatever.
Yeah.
That
Foot
was
Locker.
my dad's. That was my dad's industry right there.
Foot Locker had
But
it.
clothes, oh my God. And so a store came in. I don't know. I think it's called La Petite. And it was
Yeah.
like right in the front of by Buster Brown's. Remember those shoes? Buster Brown's. And so we went in there for the first time, and it was just like, voila! All little kids, petite clothes. Girl, I was almost crying. I was so happy. I actually walked out of there with clothes that I picked out. My mom was happy. I was happy, but it took years to get to that point. But that was before that, that was dramatic.
It was.
Dramatic. Don't take me. And my mom was a shopper. So that was the sad thing was like, I couldn't join her in the adventure because it was like, no, this sucks.
I hate this.
I hate this.
I hate this. I hate everybody around it. I
don't like trying on clothes. Girl. Do you hear me? It's a dramatic. I hate it. To this day, I hate trying on clothes. And so I walked to that store and I was just like, oh, Jesus, Lord, help me. So I'm walking and I'm supposed to get some running shoes or whatever because, they break down. And so I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm walking down all these shoe aisles and my brain is like, I don't know what it's doing, but every shoe looked the same to me. It was just like, they all look alike. I don't care. It was just like, okay, breathe it through, slow down. I literally had to do the breathing. Be in the moment. Just, it's okay. It's okay. And then as I'm walking through and I find some shoes, I'm like, okay, no, find a couple of shoes and two sizes because these are real shoes. So they're like your real shoe size. So my shoe size for a real shoe size dropped down 2 sizes. So it was like the normal size it's supposed to be, right? So I got 2 pair of each shoe and I brought it to the little thing and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh. Okay, let's try these shoes on. Oh, Jesus. So you like try them on, you gotta stand up, you gotta walk around. I'm like, can somebody else do this for me? But I found 2 pairs of shoes.
It was a big move. And you came out of the store with the shoes. See, that is the process, the good thing.
I did.
Is the miracle.
I did.
You didn't just like
and look, I even got a hat. I got a hat.
Look at that.
And a shirt that I cut. I always cut my shirts, and I got a shirt to run in.
Look at that.
I was like, oh my God, I made it alive. But you know what I did realize? The biggest thing was that I don't spend money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I only spend money on needs. So I don't really shop or spend money unless, it's like food or groceries or whatever. And I'm like, Lord, this don't sound like no abundance.
You're so used to having to roll that budget.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like and
then you feel guilty when you spend something on yourself.
Yeah. You're like speaking in your head like,
oh, I should be
the Lord supplies all my needs. The Lord supplies all my needs.
There was something else I could have done with this money. I could have bought some groceries. I could have made a bill.
Should I save this? Should I put it aside?
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, Lord, we're gonna have to change this quality of life because this isn't abundant. It's not abundant thinking. There shouldn't be a fear of connected
or doing something good for yourself. There should not be this negative fear there.
Yeah. That's crazy. That was interesting. It was I mean, I even came home and called you and told you about it because it was just so like, what the hell was that?
And I'm like, you left the store with shoes.
I did. And it's funny because like the shoes, you put them on and it's like, okay, yeah, they work, right?
Yeah.
Just get me out of here. But when you get home and you put them on to go do what you got to do, like to go do my walk or whatever, I'm just like, oh my God, these are nice. I didn't even get to appreciate them in the store.
And you're like, why didn't I do this before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did I not do this before?
Just because it's not in my wheelhouse,
Yeah. It's like I
really.
went to the store and I told the dude, I said, I need some shoes that I can walk around Disneyland for hours in.
That's a good.
And he's like,
Oh,
okay, okay. Here,
okay.
you want to look at these? And I said, that's what I'm looking for. I said,
That's smart.
I want something that I could walk around in Disneyland for hours and not feel it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So yeah,
That's a
then
good way to shop.
he led me over and because I'm like, I don't run and I definitely don't run anymore.
Come on, Steph. You know you're right.
Run, I do not
You
run. I do
love running.
not run. Ooh, Lord child Jesus.
So
And
am I sweating?
so I'm like, okay, so let me just go find a good walking shoe because I'm doing a lot of that now. And I said,
Yes, yes,
I can't just wear my little cute shoes. I need to have something I can actually walk in. And
yes.
so I'm like, yeah, this is what I need. And he's like, oh, here, well, come on over here. These are a good brand. And da 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 da. So I'm trying them all on. I'm like, I don't like this one. I like that. No, no, no. This is the one. This is the one. And so I'm looking at
Oh,
them and I'm looking at all the colors. I'm like, which one do I want? Which one do I want? And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just get them both?
oh,
I'm like, I like this
oh,
one and I like this one. And I can't decide. And so
oh.
I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let me get them both.
Well, damn.
And I was like happy. I was happy.
Were you happy?
I was happy because I was like, I'd always laugh at my mom because she'd go in the store and she'd get something and then she'd come out with multiple colors.
See, but that's smart though, because she likes the shirt.
Like
And she
this,
might as well get
like
him in the colors that she likes.
you like it, it'll go with everything because you got everything covered.
Yeah,
So I was like, but when you're budgeting hard, when you're budgeting
yeah.
hard, you
Yes, of course. Yes,
good deal.
yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not budgeting hard anymore. My kids are grown. Kids are grown. I can do stuff. So why
See,
don't I do that? So I did.
Sam, I was there, and I did.
I did that. I liked
Oh
it.
my gosh. Yeah. Well, see, you're good at that. You're good at shopping though.
I am good at shopping, but the thing that bothers me now is that since my vision has declined, I noticed it has taken away my ability to browse, and I don't like
Ooh.
that. I don't like that. I was going through, when we were going through the little spa thing and we were looking at all the scents and stuff, and I'm like, I can't. Costco. I went into
Okay.
Costco with Sydney. And
Yeah.
normally when I go into Costco, the first thing I'm doing is checking out little clotheslines because they always have little cute deals and stuff in there. And I'm always checking what goodies they have and stuff.
Hmm.
I can't see that stuff now.
Like at all?
Like not really. When I'm walking down
No.
the aisles, everything is just washed out. So it's
So does it stay washed out like the does it come into focus the closer you get? Or does that even matter?
be like real close, like specific. Let me pick it up and look at it.
Really?
Yeah. But before, I'm just walking through the store and I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? And
Yeah.
I noticed when Sydney and I were going through Target too, the same thing. I'd always just be walking around. Oh, ooh, let me, and it drives John nuts because it's like, we go in there and for a specific thing, and of course, something would catch my eye and I'd be on it. But
Yeah.
now I'm walking through and I'm like, I'm not focusing on anything. I can't see what it is.
Oh man.
And so I was really getting sad about that because I'm like, how am I going to browse? How am I going to know, how am I going to know what's around?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
what about the Costco deals?
How am I gonna see him? Yeah.
The Costco deals.
Because that stuff's in the front, right? Well, kind of in the
It's
front,
like, how am I
from what
just
I
walk by?
remember.
It's like, oh, wait, hold up.
Oh my goodness.
I was feeling a way about that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm having to work through that change.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
like it.
hopefully that will clear up.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Mm-mm. It's like that was my joy, shopping. So lately I've taken to online shopping, which is a miss.
Okay.
That's a miss or hit.
Oh,
Because
true.
sometimes you think you saw it all, but you didn't. And then when you get it, it's like, oh no.
Oh, then you gotta take it back or send
Yeah,
it back.
yeah. And which I don't have a problem doing. I don't have a problem sending stuff back at all.
Like it was good. I'm good. Well, that one thing that we found, that Stitch thingy, that was good. Stitch
I
Fit.
like that. Where
Yeah.
they have the little personal shopper and they
Yeah.
send you out the box of goodies. That's
Yeah.
actually where I've gotten the majority of stuff from now because it just comes to the house. I can once it over really cool. I can
Yeah.
but
I
I
liked it.
yeah, keep what I like, send back what I don't like.
Yep.
And I'm like, can you send me more? So
Yeah.
you can have
And
them
it's like,
send it out, you can have them send it out to you more frequently than I do, but I'm like, that'd get me in trouble. But
yeah. Oh, this is the funny part. Yeah, now that you're talking about that. Woo! So I told my mom, because remember I told you I got her a cell
girl,
phone,
Carter,
right?
yeah.
Now, okay, people, when I say cell phone, this woman has had no computer, no cell phone, no computer, no email, no password, no net,
Still
like
working
the
at the total
baby
dynamite phone.
dropping down from heaven. Okay. So, whew, so talking her through basically everything on the phone that I could do because I'm not down there anymore. And so got her on where she could do Amazon. Oh, what first was groceries,
Yeah.
right? Because that was my main thing that I wanted was a phone that you'll answer because their internet is doo doo, and then a where you can get your groceries. So when you're hungry, you can get your own food. So my brother doesn't have to do all of that kind of stuff because he works at a school where he's all the sports, the director of the sports and all the activities. So he has to be at everything from junior high, no, elementary to high school. He has to be at all that stuff. So he's not around as much as he would like to be. And so I'm like, okay, so the first thing we need to learn how to do is shop for groceries.
That was the thing.
This took a long time, right? So she got that down and she was so empowered, girl. She was so happy. And then I said, do you want to learn how to do the Amazon? Oh, what's that? Oh, snap. I done woke the beast.
She's like, I can get things.
Oh my gosh. So she's been doing her crafts. Okay. She's been doing these crafts and stuff like that. So then she would have to wait until my brother was like home or the weekend or whatever to go get her little supplies. Right. And so I'm like, you can shop on Amazon and get your supplies all you want.
To the door.
And so, girl, she's calling me. Oh my God. Thank you so much for showing me. She's like, I'm spending too much money. I was like, okay, you need to discipline yourself. But yeah, she can shop
But that's
now.
kids though.
Uh-huh.
That that's independence and a freedom that's like open.
Man, she's so happy. I'm like, see, mommy, this is you could do all your stuff like this, and then like step. And she's been listening to you about the Uber and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Give her that little bit of confidence to go out and yeah, if you want to go somewhere, because there's a casino right around the corner from her. She could just Uber her booty right on over there, you know. But yeah, she's like, man, she's the happiest person on the planet right now.
Or you do?
Yeah, I'm so happy, and she's doing her little online shopping.
That is amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing. It's a trip how one little thing can open up so much stuff.
her whole world, dude. Your whole world.
Everything. I was
Yeah.
checking out some more apps this weekend that, are could be helpful to me.
Mm-hmm.
We got to find a way to get this dude on the podcast.
Can you?
The
Can our people contact his people? We don't got no people, but let's.
let's contact people. But
Yeah, this guy got people.
he has this podcast called The Blind Life. And I mean, he's always talking about stuff, whatever is new, whatever is out. And I'm just, I'm just logging it and checking it. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, that could be helpful. Ooh, that could definitely be helpful. And so
Ooh.
I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna work out. This is gonna work out. I
Does it
decided
say where he's from?
they don't know. I gotta look at that. I decided to bring my AI glasses back, my Meta glasses.
Okay.
I'm bringing them back because I'm getting the I need to get the clear lenses because
Oh,
I
oh.
got the sunglasses because they
Do they
only have
transition?
no, they don't. They're just plain old straight up sunglasses. And they only had like five different ones in the store at the time. And I really wanted to try them to see how
Uh-huh.
they worked. And so I'm like, well, let me just do these because they were doing a sale. So I'm like, let me just do these.
Not a sale.
Huh?
Not a sale.
Sale, gotta get the sale. So
Yeah.
I gotta get the sales. So,
Mm.
in the little Meta glasses, they have the little cameras like right on the edge.
Oh.
And so, they have the little thingy, so you just pop the side and you can, answer the phone. For sighted people,
Mm-hmm.
benefits are you can listen to your music, you can answer the phone, you can talk on it, you can take pictures, you can do videos and all that stuff hands
Mm-hmm.
free. So whatever you're looking at, it shows up. But for somebody who's visually impaired, it's a whole different world because that same AI function on there will read and describe anything to you. So
What?
if I'm like, if I need to see signs or something, I can ask, hey Meta, what is that? What does the sign say? And it'll tell you. If you're out at a restaurant and stuff and need the menu read, it'll read the menu.
And
It'll
they can see exactly because it's right there.
right there, whatever you're looking
Oh,
at.
that's brilliant.
Whatever you're looking at, it's looking at. If you can ask it to describe what's in the room, who's in the room, what's in the room. There's a chair to your right, there's a sign over here to your left, or whatever. It'll
Oh,
describe
man.
everything, and then on top of that, it'll hook up to my Be My Eyes app, my Ira app. It'll hook up to Messenger or WhatsApp. And I just discovered that because I was thinking, it'll just work with my Be My Eyes app and my Ira app that has the little person on the other end. However, I also found out that it hooks up to Messenger and WhatsApp. So I could technically call you if I was out in the store and say, "Hey, Monique,
Uh,
where's this at in the store?" And you'd be able to see what I'm looking at.
Wait, hold on, Steph. You
Uh-huh.
want me to go with, hold on.
Yes,
Okay.
but I need to leave at one. That's what I was asking. If not, I'll just take ones.
Hi, Marty.
Oh,
Hi.
she said hi.
Are you guys recording?
Yes.
Oh,
Oops.
good Lord.
Right.
Okay.
She said hi. She don't want to jump on y'all because,
Look at
she
toe
looking
up.
kind of crazy. She looking crazy right now.
Toe up. I understand.
She was asking me if I want to go with her to see a house that she's gonna. Is it for staging? Somebody wants her to stage their house. So she wanted to know if I want to go on the appointment with her. I'm
Sweet.
like, yes,
So good.
take me. Sorry, keep going.
But yeah. So that's another cool little feature that I found out that, you can use it with anybody, not just
See,
these apps.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I need some just to be cool.
Absolutely. I
Because
mean,
you said it,
everybody's wearing
you
them.
can hear everything.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have the thing in your ears.
You have anything in your ear?
And can you get it to do your eye subscription or whatever and then like turn into sunglasses? Do they do that yet? Like transitional
Yeah, they
kind?
have transitions.
Oh boy.
Reason why I didn't do the transitions is
That
because
one.
for me they had like a green tint and
Ah,
green tint. and then
Yeah.
they had a gray one that was a little too dark for me.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is return those, and I'm just gonna get a clear lens.
Okay, but what are you gonna do for like sunglasses? You just like, let's say you're out in the sun, you're out
Yeah,
and about on a cruise. You're
if
like
I'm
you're
outside, you know what? And I still haven't decided. I might just go ahead and keep these and get a clear lens.
that might be the better deal.
I've
Cause
been
like,
I've been trying to go back and forth. Should I return it and just do the clear lens and then just wear a regular sunglass whenever I want to just be out? Or
or can they do like when you go when like because you were saying the different colors of the sunglasses, can you get them maybe where it works for you? The like it, like the hue of it is okay for you.
I
Like
don't know. It's like this color that I
designer.
have right now. It's kind of like they call it watermelon. So it's kind of close to the tint that I already have for my sunglasses now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might. I think you maybe might have to get both.
But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's like
Huh.
what, But I know
So,
I'm
but the clear though,
definitely going to use them more inside, so I need to have
uh,
the clear. I gotta have the clear.
yeah, and the clear would just be like normal,
Yeah, just normal,
like not a
normal,
subscription, prescription.
just normal clear lens.
It's normal clear lens.
No tint or anything, just normal clear lens.
Oh, what if you got just like the flip down?
Yeah, no, we ain't Dwayne Wayne in it. We're not
Oh,
Dwayne.
yeah.
We're not Dwayne Wayne in it. No,
No. Oh,
that's not gonna happen.
I thought that was working. I mean, you could bring it back, Steph.
I could bring it back, but I'm not gonna.
Oh man, see.
But see, you just reminded me while I was out at the. You just reminded me about the cruise. It's like, yeah, while I'm outside,
Yeah,
that.
because we were outside, and then that's when you were getting like
And
the
if that is the
directions
case,
and stuff.
and if that is the case, I might just roll with the transition lens.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to wait for it to transition back once you get inside, but you know what? What the heck? Why not?
But maybe they have something where it transitions quickly,
I mean, it
since
does.
it is for
It does
visualness.
kind of transition quicker, but hey, you can always just take it off for a second
Oh,
and
yeah,
come back in until it clicks back in too. So, I mean,
yeah.
there's all kinds of options, but I definitely, if I don't change it out, I might just go find a transition lens that just, has something that I can work with.
Well, okay. I think you should take us on that adventure.
But I definitely need a clear lens. I know
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
much I do know.
yeah. Oh, you might have them design a whole new thing just for you, and it call it the Steffer.
The Steph, the
Steph.
Stephanation, the Stephanation. But
Ooh, the Stephanator.
I'm just finding myself in this place right now to where I don't know. I was thinking about it before, and you get in this valley, like you said, in this season where things just, they may not be the way you think that they should have been, but
Yeah,
they are that way. So what do
right. They
what do
are.
you do with it, you know? What
Yeah,
do you do with it? So you gotta
have to adapt, right?
adjust, adapt, and start from where you're at.
And conquer.
Yeah, because it's like, I did not think things would be like this, but here they are.
Yeah.
I'm single. My vision declined. But it's like, hey, I can't just sit at home and do nothing.
No, and you know what? Okay, we don't have a lot of time, but I did. This is something the Lord told me. It was like he was like, okay, so right now for you, you're learning how to do all these cool new things, right? These different things, transitioning, all the stuff that you're doing, right? And,
Yeah,
and he said to me, he goes, Monique, if she had a man or a boyfriend or a husband,
be real
what
happy.
she's learning now, she'd have to do anyway.
Oh yeah,
Because think about this, he will probably have a job or a business. So you will be out traveling, doing your thing. So you'd have to do what you're doing now anyway.
yeah,
So it's just like that would just be like a little cherry on the cake.
A little cherry on the cake to have a little somebody to travel with.
Yeah. Or even if he's not traveling, you can still do what you're doing. But it's like what I'm saying is like
it
he's
had to
doing
happen.
his thing.
Yeah, it have to happen anyway, regardless. It's like
Yeah.
this is the place that you are in life right now, so you have to make the adjustments for it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wither away, and that's not going to happen.
No. Then you're like, I don't know what year it is, and
I don't do wither away.
why are people floating in the air?
I don't do wither away. I never have, and I can't.
Yeah.
This is not
Well, I'm proud of you. That's all I gotta say.
my system. I can't do it.
I'm proud of you. And I'm glad we got to chat today because we were like, did you write a script for something? Did I write? I didn't. Oh,
but
can we just chat that?
But this is what it's all about, though. This is why we started this thing, because of how we would have our conversations.
Yeah.
Because they always lead to something. They always lead to something.
All right. Well, I love chatting with you, and I'm about to go and
she's gonna go
look at a house.
Go check out something, because this is I feel like this is gonna be something you're gonna be moving into.
Wait, I didn't tell you this. Okay, so we were out at
Monique is gonna be.
So we were out, and I went with my daughter to it's called a warehouse sale. So it was another stager who was like revamping all her stuff, right? So it's this huge warehouse. And so all the stuff she was selling it. And when I say, if you ever have a warehouse sale, guys, that you can go to, go. I'm talking like rugs for like $50, artwork that's like for real artwork, because I always look in the back of it that tells you how it's sealed up and everything. Like she was selling $5. I mean, girl, I was like, oh, it's on and popping. See, I can shop for furniture. I have no problem with that. Okay. But the thing is, we were walking in there, we're looking at this warehouse, and I'm like, Lawrence, this is the future. Because right now she has like storages, but that's the future, right? And so just the lady who was doing the sale, that she was the stager, she developed a whole inventory system on computer. And you know, I've been taking pictures of all the furniture and all the different stuff she gets so we can inventory everything. She already designed a system and she gave it to Martiana. I'm like, oh. And you know how I like meticulous stuff. I'm like, it's on and popping. I mean, I'm so excited. Yes, it's about to go down.
I see this going big. I see this going really big.
Me too.
And I see you very involved in it.
Me too.
So this is just like the beginning stages right now.
Yes.
It's coming about.
And you were here for it, Steph.
I see it. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Well, I'll talk to you again, obviously tomorrow, but I'm gonna call you when I get back, okay?
You can tell me how it all went, and then we will share it again next week.
Yes, and whatever you said this morning, we gotta talk about. We can't talk about it on here yet until the people die, but that's okay.
Exactly.
That's one of those. Are they dead yet? Oh, we can't talk about that. Yeah. Okay, good.
We can't disclose it until they're gone.
Yeah, until they're gone.
All right.
Well, I love you, girl. I'll talk to you later. And I love you guys at the beach house.
Thank you guys for joining us for this episode at the beach house. Yes. And we will see you next week
at the beach house. Bye.